In this episode of Acoustic University, we're going to cover how to solve various acoustic problems and what solutions match up with those problems. This is probably one of the most important things when you're dealing with acoustics, is how to fix the problem. And a lot of people are uncomfortable with this because they don't fully understand what solutions pair with what problems. We're going to cover that today. The first and probably most important one is the open office. If you walk into an open office and you see workstations everywhere, that's commonly a place that our solutions can help treat. The first thing you want to look for is, are people being distracted by conversations happening in that open office? If they are, the best solution is going to be sound masking. By adding sound masking to the space, you can increase the volume in the space and cover over some of those distracting sounds. That's probably the easiest one to do. The second thing you can look for in an open office is the overall noise level. Now, sound masking is great to reduce intelligibility and reduce distractions, but if the overall noise level in that space is already really loud and just kind of overwhelming buildup of noise, sound masking is not going to be the only solution. We need to add acoustic panels. By putting acoustic panels in that space, we can reduce the reverberation, lower the volume, and make it a lot more comfortable of a space. Now, one key point to remember here is if you only do acoustic panels, you can make the space too quiet and too easy for people to overhear, which is then distracting. So again, we want to typically look to do sound masking as well as acoustic panels in an open office environment. The second place that we look is in conference rooms. A lot of times people build these to be very beautiful, awesome spaces with big, beautiful tables, glass walls, hard ceilings. It looks just fantastic. The problem is it echoes and is very difficult for conference calls and video calls. And so one of the ways we can treat that is by adding acoustic absorption. If we add absorption in that space, then we can make it much softer, and that technology for the phone or for the video conference can work as designed and as intended. Another thing we want to look at when we talk about conference rooms as well as private offices is privacy. Most people want to go into a conference room or a private office. They want to shut the door and they want to know that people outside can't hear what's being said. The way we solve that is with sound masking. The tip there is we don't put the sound masking in the room, we put it outside the room. You want to treat the ears of the listener, not the speaker. And then lastly, you might want to look at common areas like lobbies, break rooms, copy areas, things like that. These typically have buildup of noise where it can just get loud because people are congregating there. In those environments, we want to look to add acoustic panels to reduce the overall noise level and make that space less distracting for all the people around. That's the basic way to solve different acoustic problems and what solutions go with it. Now, if you need more help figuring this out and want maybe some other recommendations of what solutions can solve what problems, feel free to reach out to us and we'll be glad to help you.